Hey everybody, I thought I'd take you over the family tree. Since I'm doing the story, I thought maybe in between times it might be kind of fun to go into the family tree and look into a little bit more, learn a little bit more about the people that are in the book. So here's my family tree. I'm on Ancestry.com. I've been a member for 20 years or if not longer, and I just work on this throughout the year. So this is our Lewis, the one that the story's about, and the family. That's Lewis right there in the middle, and that's Teresa. She wrote the book. She wrote down all the memories, and these are all the children, and that's Katie, and yeah. So with Adam, I just don't have anything more on him, or the only name that I could track down, Weekend. That was his mother's last name, I believe. Well, it must have been. I seen it somewhere, so I put it down here to see if it would work. And then after Adam died, she married a Mr. Keel, and then she had Teresa Keel. And I don't know if her name is said Teresa or Tricia. I keep wanting to say it Tricia, but I'm sure it's probably just Teresa. And it's the same that he named his very first daughter for. So it makes me think that he had a lot of love. He thought a lot of his mother and of his father, but he was pretty young when his dad died. He was born in 1963, and his dad died in 1870. So he was 8 years old. So and then there's Katie, and that was her parents' house actually. So yeah, we'll just go on in here. Okay, here we go. Louis Wilhelm. Louis Wilhelm was born June 22nd, 1863 in Germany, the son of John. He married Catherine Margaret Maxey, and they had 12 children together. He then married Augusta Evelyn Adler in 1930. He died on April 24th, 1942 at the age of 78 and was buried in Culver City. California. He died on April 24th, 1942 at the age of 78 and was buried in Culver City, California. Now, interesting side story about that is my grandmother, one of my grandmothers, is buried in the same cemetery, just across the lawn. Our families didn't know each other. Our families never knew each other. And so I even called the cemetery to check and make sure, was that true? And it was true. Louis and one of my grandmothers is buried at the same cemetery. So all this stuff is in the book. Where his father passed away. His dad was only 27 years old. And so his half-sister was born in 1873 when Louis was 10. And then their mother died in 1875. So Teresa was only 2, 3. And Louis was 13. No, he was 12. Teresa was 2, and Louis was 12. Oh, that's so sad. And I don't know when she was born. I'm going to have to put a guess date in there and see if anything comes up, because nothing is coming up for them in everything that I've searched. I haven't found. So hopefully somebody else has found something. So this is a page where it has everything typed out and easy to read of the census. And see, And a lot of times the name will be spelled wrong. Either the census taker misspelled it or misheard it, or maybe it got, messed up in the transcription onto this typed part. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at their names. First name, last name, any of them can be missed. So I'm kind of going slow over this so you can look it over. You can pause it and look at it for a little bit. So this is the 1900 census. Let's see. Oh, Katie put Maxie. She put her maiden name instead of her first name. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. So we have Lewis here, and that's who we're learning about right now. And I have no idea what this 2B means. Okay. He's a white male. He was born in June 1862. He's 37 years old. He's married. He's been married for 8 years. He was born in Germany. His father was born in Germany, and his mother was born in Germany. In that story, remember, it said they'd lived in that brick house for 300 years. So it's sure a shame that he didn't get to keep it, but I suppose my life would have been much different if he... Oh no, my microphone fell. I hope you heard all that. If not, it might be kind of muffled, but if it's doable, I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to hang my microphone there anymore. Yeah, if his father had not have passed away and his mother, my life would definitely have been different. So here we go. He immigrated here in 1885. And he has been in the U.S. for 15 years as of 1900. So he is a farmer. And he can read, and he can write, and he can speak English. So all this highlighted was people that lived there with them. So we've got Katie, Teresa, Louis, Laura, Carl, and Mary. And then Peter was the cook, William was a servant, and Juan was a servant. They're probably going to be in our story. I'm sure they are. So, yeah, and we can learn about all of them too. So we can go individually, because I don't want to take these videos to take too long, but as I go through the story, I'll pick people, and if you have somebody you want me to look into a little bit more, that's right around this part of the story that we're reading or what we're looking at, let me know. And I'll check it out and I'll record it. And I think this is going to be a really fun little project. This is their marriage. 1891. About 1891 is when they got married. So I have a lot of stuff to look at as we go. So it's been fun. I've had fun doing this, and we're going to have a lot more fun. I don't have a lot of information on this family going back. That's it. But the story of that Teresa wrote, and we'll be able to look at each person's little story as we go through the book. So I think that will make up that'll make it a real complete version for you guys of all the work so many people have put into this. I'm going to be getting more pictures, and so I'll have some more pictures too. So yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll put together the story of the family. It'll be fun.